There's some good news for people with chronic sinus problems. A relatively new procedure is now available through at least 2 physicians in the Cedar Valley. It's called balloon sinuplasty. I recently visited one of the locations this procedure is offered to find out why it's such good news for patients. And just a warning for eating breakfast, there is some surgery video included in this story. Back in 2005, Renee Shores had her first surgery for chronic sinus trouble. The problem, it meant a long recovery period.
I was probably out of work about 2 weeks.
Earlier this year, Shores needed to have a revision because of scarring. And this time, a different method was available. Balloon sinuplasty is a new way of treating sinus disease that doesn't involve cutting.
In the past, whenever we did sinus procedures, it always involved cutting, removing tissue, removing cartilage. And if you ever known anybody who's had it done, you know, they remember being packed, the discomfort involved with all of that, how long it took to heal.
With balloon sinuplasty, a tiny balloon is threaded into the sinus opening and then is stretched open.
The idea is that we're getting sinus infections because our sinus openings have become swollen and they become smaller and smaller over time. And so they block. The balloons allow us to just stretch them open.
A tiny light shows the doctor when the balloon is in the sinus passage. The newer procedure only takes 45 minutes instead of 2 to 3 hours. And you can go back to normal activity almost immediately, as opposed to at least 2 weeks after surgery.
When I left here, I went home to a birthday party. That was how I went right back to my normal activity.
Since the surgery, Shores hasn't had any issues.
I'm doing great. I've had great success with it.
Dr. Gonzales says balloon sinuplasty offers a much simpler way to help people like Shores who suffer from chronic sinus infections. And I interviewed Dr. Gonzales at the Waverly Health Center where he works. He says a good candidate for the balloon sinuplasty has at least 5 to 6 episodes of sinus infections with no relief from any antibiotics. Now, besides the Waverly Health Center, Dr. Congdon with Cedar Valley Medical Specialist also offers the balloon sinuplasty available at Allen Hospital in Waterloo. But for more information, always talk to your physician.